U.S. President Donald Trump says he has no desire to speak to billionaire Elon Musk. Trump is also considering getting rid of the Tesla car he purchased in a show of support for Musk amid anti-Tesla protests earlier in the year. In recent days, Trump and Musk have clashed over a sweeping tax cut bill that Musk described as a disgusting abomination that would add too much to the nation's debt. On Thursday, both men launched a volley of attacks on each other's social media platforms. Now, international relations expert Professor John Stremlau joins us to give his reaction to this. Prof, a very good evening to you. Thank you so much for your time. So we've been seeing the spat between these two leaders in their respective rights. What was your reaction with the words that have been exchanged?
Well, with Donald Trump, there is never any surprise that is explainable, Ketlo. I've just I'm watching it unfold, and they certainly reflect different interests in this bill, the great, beautiful big bill that Donald Trump is pushing, and that ostensibly is the excuse for the breakup that Elon Musk is cited. But, you know, this is a schoolyard spat between two big egos, and I don't know what it portends, but I can't resist noting that the collateral damage to Africa from Musk's Doge and the closing of arbitrary rapid closing of USAID has been devastating to a lot of good Africans.
And I really want us to touch a little bit on that, Prof, because so many of these organizations that have been doing a lot of good work, especially when it comes to HIV and AIDS, have had their doors closed due to a lot of the influences that we've seen happening at the White House. But maybe just to take it back to that bill, the tax cut and spending bill. So Musk said this would add too much to the country, to the nation's already 36.2 trillion debt. What's your take on that bill, Prof?
Well, the bill is a behemoth that allows for the tax cuts to the rich, and then has some sweeteners in it that would make it acceptable to other Americans that are thought to be critical to Trump's support. But it's adding $2 trillion to the debt, and it is the truth that it's favoring the rich, as did his one piece of legislation for his first term, which was a major tax cut for the rich folks, and you know, the desperately needed New Deal for the country is symptomatic of rising inequalities that have, of course, bedeviled South Africa, but without the, in the American case, without the history of apartheid, and yet the defense of Donald Trump and offering solace for the Afrikaners, white Afrikaners that just flew into the United States is symptomatic of the racism that is at the heart of all this.
And Prof, do you think that there would be any policy shifts within the U.S., especially when it comes to space exploration and technology, because of this brawl between these two gentlemen?
Well, you know, we don't know whether they're going to kiss and make up, but if it continues, yes, there will be some consequences certainly for the billions and billions of dollars that Elon Musk has received from the federal government for Starlink and for space exploration and for the Tesla subsidies. But I can't really say too soon that what will play out. But I desperately hope that the Democrats can rally and rein him in a bit with the congressional elections next year, and it's just a travesty to see the picayune costs saved from closing of AID and closing of NED and closing of USIP and all of those liberal institutions that give the richness of American role in the world, and it is just a shame that that soft power, which Kennedy pioneered and was in the U.S. national interest. I don't have any problem with defending
Right.
this soft power, but it's gone.
It certainly is. Prof, unfortunately, we need to leave it there. Thank you so much for your time and just giving us your insights. It's quite interesting to see how this is going to play out in the future. That was Professor Stremlau.